pre-screening module is intended for practices where other members of staff, other than the optometrist, start the examination process. It allows an optical assistant to gather initial information, allowing the optometrist more time to concentrate on the exam and refraction. If you were using the pre-screening, you should complete the pre-screen form before the full eye examination. Otherwise, there is a possibility that data entered into the full record will be overwritten by information from pre-screening. To open the pre-screening, with the patient active, click on the clinical icon. Depending on your system configuration, you may need to enter your password. This will open the clinical menu. Click on the pre-screening button, and this will open the pre-screening form for the active patient. Spec history. This is where the user can enter details of any pairs of spectacles that the patient may have. Enter the purchase date. If the patient does not remember the date, an approximate date would be sufficient. Select the condition of the spectacles from the drop-down list and the spec type. Add any relevant notes to the white box. And then click Add. You can now double-click over the prescription box and enter the facilitated prescription in here. And save. These details can be automatically imported from a connected, compatible facilitator by clicking the Import Instrument Data button. Even if you are not using the rest of the pre-screen module, staff can still use this function to add details of spectacles even while the examination is in progress. This is accessed from the Further Details tab of the main patient form by clicking the Spectacle History button. You can enter details of the objective prescription in the appropriate boxes in the Objective section. These values can also be entered automatically from a compatible connected autorefractor by clicking the Import Instrument Data button. If the spherical powers have different signs, then these fields will be highlighted pink. You can also enter the right and left values for pachymetry. This may also be imported automatically from a compatible instrument by clicking on the Import Instrument Data button. When entering pressures, there is no need to enter the date. Eye clarity will default to the current date and time. This can be edited if needed. Select the instrument from the drop-down list and enter the right and left average values, and then click Add. Alternatively, by clicking on the More Details button, you can add up to 3 values for each eye. Only the average will be displayed, but the constituent values will be retained. The reason for visit and pre-screen notes field can be completely blank, as it is a text field, so you can free type whatever you want into it. Alternatively, you can use a pre-created template. These have appropriate questions and prompts, and tags which are defined by the chevrons that allow you to select from predefined lists of answers. Templates can be selected by clicking the down arrow. Templates come in two forms: individual templates that are specific to the currently logged in user, or generic templates accessed by clicking in the circle next to the generic. These are usable by all members of the practice. You can free type into the reason for visit field, or if you're using a template with tags, select from predefined list of answers. You can move to each tag by pressing the Tab key on your keyboard. This will automatically move the insertion point to the next colon and then into the following tag. You can then list the predefined answers by right-clicking. You can select one or more predefined answers and then press OK. Once you have entered your answers, you can edit them in the field or tab to the next tag. Depending on how your system is configured, you may be able to add answers as you go along. This answer will now be available for future records. There is also a search function in the answers list. If you type in the bar at the top, it will narrow down the list. There is also a predefined list for patients' occupations. This updates the main patient record and appears on the title bar of the clinical records form. The K-Readings button allows you to enter K-Readings. These are also fields that can be added automatically from a compatible and connected device. Once you have completed the pre-screen record, the Remove All Tags button will remove any tags that you have not used. This improves the legibility of the finished record. Please note, any tags that have been marked as compliant will not remove when you click on the Remove All Tags button. From within pre-screening, you can also create documents. This allows you to select a predefined template, for example a Word document, and create a communication completed with details from the patient record. A copy of each communication generated here will be saved with the patient record. The Store Document button allows you to save documents with the patient record that have not been created by iClarity, for example letters from the GP. The relevant document should first be saved in a folder that is accessible to this PC. Then you click this button, select the document and click Open. Select the folder that you wish to save the document in and then click OK. The Scan and Store button allows you to directly scan a document by placing the document on the scanner and then clicking on this button. This will start the scanning process automatically. You just need to choose the appropriate patient folder to store it in. The Retrieve Document button allows you to retrieve and display any patient documents created or stored using the procedures described above. Whenever you access the pre-screen form, the system displays the most recent record. When you want to create a new record, click the New Prescreening button. The Load Prescreening button allows you to load a previous pre-screen record. Select the date of the record you want to display from the drop-down list above the button, and then click on Load Prescreening. The Imaging button allows you to access the iClarity imaging menu, which in turn allows you to take, store and review imaging data from a variety of different systems, including fundus cameras, slit lamps and OCTs. The Save Record button allows you to save the current record and then continue working on it. The Save and Close button allows you to save the current record and quit the module. Close Prescreen without saving allows you to quit this module without saving any changes that you might have made. The Show History and Presenting VAs button is commonly used outside of the UK. Once your pre-screening has been done, you can save and close. The information from reason for visit and pre-screen notes can be pulled through to the main clinical record. When the Optom clicks on the Load Pre-Screening button, the main reason for visit and initial patient notes will be populated with the field from the pre-screening. Because there may be parts of this reason for visit or initial patient notes box that both the pre-screener and the optometrist might want to fill in, you can create a template that is split. In pre-screening, you can pull through a template where the top part of the template is for the pre-screener to fill out. You can then use a dashed line to separate this so that there is something for the optometrist to fill out too. The pre-screener would fill in the top half of the template. They would then leave anything below the dashed line untouched. This record can then be saved. The optometrist can then load this pre-screening information into their main reason for visit. This will pull through the information that has been filled in by the pre-screener, and then below the dashed line, the optometrist can then fill out their part.